Hello, this is Cameron College International Department of Developmental Support Worker. Today we're answering questions on case study 3, um, reflective. My name is Calther, and with me here is.
Hi, my name is Chukwebuka Victor.
Hi, my name is Bemigo Saidi.
Thank you. Our first question says reflect on the collaborative process within your team while working on the case studies. What were the key benefits of having team members to brainstorm and design support strategies? So, guys, what do you think is the benefit of being a team member?
For me, the benefit of being a team member is that it helps us to come to a neutral ground to find a solution
Exactly.
to solve the issue in terms of strategies to help Ujo and Brittany on his on her behaviors. So working as a team helps us to brainstorm and think deeply on the best solution and having that idea, bringing ideas together, listening to each other,
Exactly.
Yeah.
collaborating as a team. So
For
Yeah.
me, working as a team provided opportunity for division of labors, where different tasks were assigned to different people in the group and
Exactly.
brought about teamwork because teamwork is essential in our work.
I think that's where we had somebody be the cameraman and
Yeah.
another person be the student, act as the student, and another person who was the teacher, the EA, and then we had somebody who acted as the main character, and then we have this kind
People
of
would type the
yeah,
questions as
exactly. We have
well.
this kind of division of labor, which really helped us. And working as a team actually is very great.
and
I
and
think
Recognizing that no one is an island, so getting information
and,
for
from
different
different
and again,
sources.
I say like I would say working as a team helps us to learn about each other too. In the sense that you coming talking to each other, learning more about each other. It brings that inclusiveness in us.
Exactly.
Despite our different state of origins and where we come from,
and diversity.
And
diversity.
diversity.
So working as a team helps us
So
to.
I really love to work as a team because I think that the pressure I have less. I work under less pressure when I work with more people, and it might not be easy to gather people together as a team. But if you get your own team, if you are working with people who blend with you, you are really going to love to work
People
as
that
a
are
team.
serious,
Yeah, people that
Yeah.
are really serious. Yeah.
and team
I really
team.
like, and I like the ideas that everybody gave. The shared,
Collaboration.
the collaboration. Everybody shared very good ideas, so I think I
Mm.
love it.
So working as a team for Brittany helped us like recognize strategies that helped her to
Yeah.
become more social with her friends, and also like giving her words of affirmation helped her to build her self esteem. And
And to socialize.
yeah, our classmates also played a great role by telling her positive words and every morning and reinforcing it with a hug or a fist bump.
Oh, thank you. So our question two says, consider the age appropriateness of the support strategies developed for both case one and two. How might this consideration impact the effectiveness of our strategy?
Yeah, for me, I would say like considering their age grade, like we first of all talk about their age grade and maybe classes they may be in,
Yeah,
So
we looked at their age grade.
we
Yeah.
looked at their age grade and we try to tell us our strategy based on their age to
Age.
be able to suit the strategy we bring up with in order to help them manage their
So
behaviors,
that the strategy will not be too difficult
difficult
for
for
them
them,
or
Not
too
too
cheap.
easy.
Exactly, because I believe that being kids from those grades that they were, we needed to make come up with a strategy that will suit both their age, their preference, and everything. We don't want something that they will not be able to practice. So we want our strategy
like
to work. So we definitely came up with something that is
like
very age appropriate that will be positively impacted on them.
Oh,
Like for example, the case of Brittany, we thought of the age appropriate in that she needed that affirmation words,
Yes,
to boost her to boost her confidence
self-esteem.
and self
exactly.
esteem, to able to help her to be able to associate with his classmates, So
Yeah.
that is so important. We look at it so well and tend to tell her our strategy based on the age appropriateness of it. So.
Thank you. So, our third question says reflect on the perceived effectiveness of the support strategies in the meeting. In meeting the unique needs of the students in each case study, how did your strategy align with the students' individual strengths and challenges?
So for the case of Ujo, the strategy aligned with the his challenges in the sense that we included what he liked, which
Yes.
was the artistic skills, and also we providing breaks. We use the then and after method, like you do math, then you get your 15 minutes break
Minutes
for your
break.
artistic. And
Yes.
also we consider the fact that maybe the math period is a long time, so we had to like shorten in and give him like 5 minutes break in between every math class. And for the last one, like we also consider like creating like a time like for him to like step out of the class every 15 minutes anytime he feels overwhelmed with the like math problem to color or paint or do whatever he
Yes.
likes.
And I believe because he likes coloring, so that thing gave him a lot of, his passion is coloring. So it gave him a lot of concentration in class, knowing fully well that after concentrating in math
After the
class,
math class,
he's
yeah.
going into coloring. So I think that strategy really worked out for him. He was really looking up to
Math class.
coloring for yeah, coloring after the math class. So for Brittany's case, I would say that because Brittany was having challenges with social and emotional challenges, the kind of
Yeah.
strategy that we brought up for our peers to say a kind word and do a kind activity with her,
Made us feel like
it made her
wanted.
feel wanted in class, made her feel inclusive, made her feel loved, and then she showed
Correct.
more she showed more concentration. She felt more relaxed and calm, and I think that that strategy really worked
Yeah,
out.
like it did work out because in terms of our own case, we thought about her frequent absence
Yeah.
in school and because of her challenges, you know.
We
Mm.
may
So
feel like sad or something that she
so
has
we,
missed so
we
much
trying to
class.
bring her a strategy that's going to help her to fill up that gap of
Yes,
absence
most
to help
especially the
her,
social and emotional
yeah,
part.
part of it to be able to relate with a classmate. That in that way, it's going to help her to freely express herself, you know. So
Exactly, yes. So our fourth question says, when assessing the strategies you developed, how well did they address the needs of the students rather than the conveniency of the staff or teachers involved? Share any insights or challenges you encounter in prioritizing student-centered approaches.
yeah, like for me, I we came into a conclusion by thinking that like personal approach, person centered approach is very important in order to help the individual to accommodate their needs and ways to support them. So we tend to think more how to help the students and not about the
Convenience of the
convenience of
staff.
the teacher
Yeah,
or the
yeah, yeah,
staff.
yeah,
You
yeah. And
know what
I
I mean?
believe the strategies were so they were easy to take on, so the teacher will not have a problem with it too, and
Yeah.
then
For example,
the student did it well. Good.
Okay, moving to the next question. Think about future collaboration with team in similar scenarios. What would you do differently to enhance the effectiveness of your collaboration effort in designing support strategies for the students?
Yeah, for me, I feel that we counter a very big challenges in bringing everyone together, you know, because even the way the semester is going, a lot of assignment, a lot of quiz going on, you know. So, and some of the group members are not really serious, you know, but
I
we
remember.
tend to, you know, it's very difficult for us to bring them together. I think in future collaboration, I think it's very necessary to for us
So
Wash
screen
out
to
your
you
group
know,
the
members
group
well.
members.
well, you know, like to talk to come together, have a very good meeting, so that
Heart to heart talk.
heart to heart, you know.
Are you ready for this? Ask
Yeah.
questions,
Yeah.
So not being serious because it really delays us and it messes us to does we didn't get the actual mark we wanted, 100 to 100 over 100, you know, just because of the
Exactly.
thing it delays our mark and all that. So in the future collaboration,
Exactly. Exactly. Because we don't want to start with a particular team member and then in the middle
like
Yeah.
drop
we are
them
right
off
now,
like
we
just like we are
We're
right
have
six
now.
now, we're down to three.
from
Well,
6 to 3.
too bad.
So going for the next question, question 6 says, where were there any limitations or gap in information that you felt hindered your ability to create the best support strategies for Ujo and Brittany? What additional information details will have been helpful in these case studies? So, what do
So
you think?
in the case of Ujo, we said like if we had gotten enough information about his previous experiences with teachers, how they like for we noticed that maths was the trigger. So if we have like gotten a previous experience on how they handled like his math class with his previous teacher and the relationship with them, that would have also helped our case. And also like the
Okay.
teaching method the teacher used is also a good one. Maybe the method we're using wasn't what he
He's used
liked.
to,
He's used to or
he's used to
something.
that.
Yes, exactly.
I
I
agree
agree
with
with
that.
you. And then for the Britney's case,
Yes, yeah.
I thought that you know, this kind of strategy we gave was a bit challenging, not that challenging, but taxing in terms of strength. So we do
Yeah.
not know her energy level. We are not sure if she can stand a long
Because
time,
no,
five
there's
minutes,
not
10.
enough
We
information
don't have enough
about,
Information.
yeah,
information about that. So next time, if we have more information, we'll be able to design better strategy for her
and
that
how
will
to help
suit
in terms of our emotion, even
our
from home
emotion
and all
and
that.
then still suit our
And
strength level.
explanation at all.
Mm.
The next question says, reflect on the ethical consideration and potential bias that might have influenced your support strategic decision. How can you ensure that your future collaboration are guided by the best interest of the student and not by any other external forces?
Yeah, yeah, I feel that in terms of Ujo behavioral challenges, there is some power tussle in front of his classmate, that he shout at his classmate, and we tend to uh, design a strategy that does not shows a negative
Portray,
effect,
yeah,
portray
portray
a negative effect in
negatively
front of his classmates.
classmates.
That's why we like, okay, when Ujo, okay, we say, okay, Ujo, excuse me, can you come with
Come to
me?
the hallway,
To
let's
the
Let's,
hall
talk.
yeah, let's talk for some minutes, so that the classmates will not feel
is a
feel
normal behavior.
normal behavior,
Yes, the
So
Murphy is a normal behavior, and they will not emulate such behavior. And
yeah,
even in Brittany's case, with our health case, we tend to give her 15 minutes, and we
yeah,
convey this message to her
secretly.
silently, so that students will not start feeling, oh, why
Why
is
is
it
she
just
getting
her? Why
50
is it
minutes?
getting 50 here? So we just convey it to her silently. Can you go have your break now
Yeah.
and all that? So I think that's that for that.
Okay, question 8 says that when reviewing your task analysis chart for the support strategies you design, did you notice any common omissions or area where you forgot to include multiple steps that could have been beneficial for the students' understanding and success? How will you ensure comprehensive task analysis in the future?
Oh,
What do you think, guys?
so from the first case study of Ujo, we didn't really know like what to expect from the tax analysis. So we did this first submission, which was just one included
One
one
step.
step, and then we're privileged enough to like get another chance to
I
do
mean,
it.
our professor gave us another
Yeah.
chance, which
That's
was
true.
so
So we gave it
rare
to
and so
her.
good.
So she put us through what she expected from us to do, and then we were able to do it again. She gave us privilege to do it again, work together, and extended the period of time to do it again. So
Yeah. For that, I would say,
You
yeah.
have
For
to
that, I
do
would say it's
everything.
very nice because not everybody got the kind of opportunity. For our first tax, we didn't really do it well. We did only one tax, as she said, one step, and then we got an opportunity to do it again.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then, but in future, looking into the future, if you have any other assignments coming up that we have to do a tax analysis, now we know better. We know what to put in, and we know how to step it out to make it more easier and more flexible.
and easy understandable for a layman.
Yeah, exactly.
We're down to the ninth question. It says, reflect on the clarity of the step outlined in your tax analysis chart. Were they neither too complex nor too simple for the students to complete successfully? Did you specify the type of prompt and reinforcement to be used? How can you enhance the precision and effectiveness of your tax analysis chart for future support strategies? Okay.
Yeah, I'll say that our tax analysis were actually very simple. They were not too simple because they entail at times they entail gathering students, bringing them out, putting
Yeah.
them on a line, and then telling them what to do and everything. They were not too simple, but they were also simple for and accommodating. They were simple for someone to practice, simple for the teacher to carry out, simple
For
for
the
the students
individual.
to practice, and simple for the individual.
For me, I feel that like looking at the different scenario and different cases, case of Fujo and Brittany, like we tend to make the tasks easier and simple for a layman and even for the teacher and the E to be
Mm,
able to comprehend, to be able to implement it, and looking at centering the issues based on a personal centered approach. So
exactly.
And the prompts and the reinforcements we used were just like simple approaches,
Some other
like
approach,
good
yeah.
job, this like ways of
Yeah, and the
affirmation,
use of frame
handshake,
approach,
firm approaches.
they were noted, they were simple, and something that will be easy. And in future, going into any tax analysis in future, we will make sure to provide very simple steps and understandable steps,
Inclusive.
inclusive steps that will,
That's even
be
more,
easy to carry out.
yeah, and that is accessible too,
Yeah.
not too
Exactly.
much.
Question, please.
Okay, guys, the last question, question 10 says, considering the experience and insights, gains from these case studies and the effort of working as a member of a team, how can you apply this knowledge on placement? How will you ensure that you continue to prioritize students and person-centered, strength-based, age and socially appropriate, and effective support strategies over the next 4 weeks of your semester 3 placements and the following 10 weeks of four placements? So, but for me, I would say that going for the placement, from the what we have learned from class, I think like a person-centered approach is very important. Considering the age, about the age of the individual we're trying to care for or helping out. I think is going to checking how their strength is. For example, the case of
Brittany,
Ujo, you see that he loves to do artwork. All that you have to put all that in consideration. I think going in placement is going to be very helpful for me personally. So what do you think?
Alright. My personal experience would be that the courses we have taken, the person-centered courses, the understanding of individualized education plan, and all other concepts we have learned will help us greatly in during our field placement, because it will help us to be able to collaborate with team member, as the DSW field is all about working with the team. It will help us to be able to create individualized plan for them, and get one thing that will help is like getting to know the individual we are supporting, because it's when we know the individual we are supporting, we'll be able to know what they like and what they don't like. And also for when creating their strategies to help them, we should provide them with more varieties of options, so that it will be like more of like that they are the one like providing the,
Yeah.
because when they have like two options, they'll feel like independent on whatever they pick, not as we are enforcing
Because
and something
for
on
me, I
them.
feel like we tend to allow them, support them to live their
Yeah,
best
like
life independently. If like we want to make them as independent as they can be. So what do you
Exactly.
think, Captain?
Yeah, you said it all. So I also think that prioritizing a person-centered plan is the most important. As a DSW, the first thing we learn is that we need to learn that diagnoses are different.
yeah,
They differ in people, they differ in individuals, and then so is medication, so is every other thing, so is approach, so is prompt, and so person-centered plan is based on each individual. So it cuts across what they want, what they don't want, how they are, who they are, and then we design a particular strategy that will fit into that person's suit. So we know that all fingers are not equal, and we know that one strategy will not work for everybody. So we are able to recognize each individual. We are able to note and know what they want and their strengths and their needs. So that is how we'll be able to customize a person-centered plan for each individual, which we believe that with everything we've learned so far is going to work out perfectly, and we are going to be able to incorporate it in our placement
Yeah.
for the next 4 weeks. Anyway,
also,
sorry about that.
sorry about that.
Something is falling.
And lastly, we should have this mindset that it's all about the individual. They are the one first. They are the pace setter of whatever we're doing as a DSW. We
Yeah.
should like forget ourselves, like make them our priority.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are our priority. Thank you so very
Because
much,
me,
guys.
I will say this because disability is not inability.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We need to
have
And,
focus on
there
the
is ability.
disability.
There is ability in
In every
disability.
Disability.
Thank you so much.
Disability is not who they are.
Bye.